I need the scoop.
A husband's scheme to sabotage his wife's long-planned getaway backfires in the most spectacular way, and his own sister-in-law has a front row seat to watch it all unravel. We are diving into a Reddit story that had thousands cheering as one woman refused to be a doormat any longer. Get ready for a family drama packed with weaponized incompetence, calculated moves, and a wife who plays the long game better than anyone saw coming.
My brother, I'll call him, and his wife Anna have been having some serious marital problems, and honestly, about 99% of it is Dick's fault. Anna is a stay-at-home mum who goes to college online and has a side business with a multi-level marketing company. Whatever you think about that, she's made some new friends through it and seems genuinely happier. Before they had kids, and Anna had a solid marriage, Anna told me that after the kids came along, things slowly went downhill, and now their marriage is basically on life support. Anna does everything for the kids, while acts like he deserves a medal for watching them for 30 minutes while she cooks dinner. He is more than capable of taking care of them. He just chooses to let Anna do everything whenever he can get away with it. He thinks that because he's the breadwinner, his work is done. Our dad is nothing like that. The kids, by the way, are 4 and 6 years old. The multi-level marketing company Anna is involved with was having a big convention this week. They're locals, but Anna decided to do a staycation and booked a hotel near the convention to stay with her friends. This had been planned for months. She told her to request time off from work and made it very clear that she needed this break and that it would be a great opportunity for her to network. Over Christmas, she asked him if he'd gotten the time off approved, and he said, yeah. I told her flat out, he is going to mess this up for you. She told me he better not. Well, she called me in tears. Had texted her that an emergency came up at work and he wouldn't be able to take the time off. He had to put in a long day on Tuesday and would be flying out on Wednesday. He was so sorry and would make it up to her. She could barely talk. I thought she was going to have a breakdown. I told her to calm down, finish packing, and go pick the kids up from school. I said I would watch them until I got home. She didn't want me in the middle of it, but I told her I didn't care about that. And I have never been close, and I didn't give a damn how he reacted. So I watched the kids until he finally strolled in at 10 o'clock at night. On my way out the door, I told him he was a selfish piece of work. He blew up my phone after that, and I put him on Do Not Disturb. When I talked to Anna the next day, she told me he'd been blowing up her phone too. She ended up telling him they could either get marriage counseling or see divorce lawyers, his choice, but he needed to stop calling her unless it was an emergency with the kids, or she was calling to talk to them. He cooled down pretty quickly after that ultimatum. Then he had the nerve to show up at my house. I spoke to him through my doorbell camera, and he actually asked me what he was supposed to do with the kids. I asked him point blank whether he had even bothered to request the time off from work. He wouldn't answer me. He just said he had an important business trip. He also said Anna wouldn't give him the contact information for their babysitters and asked if I could watch the kids instead. I told him to get off my property with that nonsense. If he were any kind of parent, he would already have the babysitter's contact information. Anna had prepped meals for the kids, organized all their clothes for the week, and left a detailed itinerary of their schedule. What else could he possibly need? And I'll be honest, I don't believe for a second that he ever actually requested that time off. There's also another layer to this that I won't get into fully, but let's just say I believe he's very capable of having had something else planned for that week entirely. Whatever it was, it's not happening now. Our parents and his in-laws won't return his calls. He is flying completely solo this week and had to cancel his so-called business trip. Anna says she'll get to the bottom of that when she gets back home. I genuinely hope she has the best time with her friends, and I hope he doesn't get a single moment of peace. No one is buying his story or coming to his rescue, and honestly, I laugh every time I think about it. Good luck, bro. As wild as it sounds, he would probably end up being a more involved father if they actually got divorced, because then a court would be the one telling him what his responsibilities are.
Reddit erupted in support, with readers unanimously calling out the manipulation and many pointing out that the alleged work emergency never added up. Anna returned home ready to face whatever came next, financial documents in hand and a lawyer's number already saved in her phone. But when she walked through the front door on Sunday night, the last thing she expected was what had waiting for her.
I got a lot of messages asking for updates, so I'm going to share everything here. I'll start with the good news first. Anna is going to divorce. Thanks to a family member, she was able to get an appointment with a lawyer this week, and she comes very highly recommended. When Anna came home on Sunday night, was waiting with a suitcase. He announced it was his turn to take a vacation, and then he just left. No arguing. He simply walked out the door. In his warped mind, his silence is meant to punish Anna, but he is only making her life easier. While he's gone, she's going to be making copies of every financial document she can find. She's actually hoping he really teaches her a lesson and stays gone. The house was a wreck when she got back. She moved all of Dick's belongings from the master bedroom into his office. Everything is just piled on the floor in there. You can't even walk through the room. There isn't even space for a small air mattress. The kids, for their part, enjoyed their time with. They were asking for him and want to spend time with him. Anna called him, and he did answer. He spoke with the kids and told them he was away on a business trip. Anna is going to file for joint custody. If he doesn't want 50% custody, he'll have to turn it down on the record. She also found out that last Tuesday, when he was supposed to be watching the kids, he was tagged in a photo at a bar playing pool. So much for working. He didn't even untag himself, which just shows how little he cares. He doesn't love Anna or even like her, but he must genuinely despise her to act like that. I honestly don't understand it. He absolutely disgusts me. That's all I have for now.
I have to say, watching someone transform from heartbroken to strategically calm is something else entirely. With a new legal team in place and a carefully laid plan taking shape, Anna began playing a very different kind of game. Days later, he would walk back into that house completely convinced he still held all the cards, with absolutely no idea what was already set in motion.
I finally caught up with Anna. She decided not to go with the lawyer she originally consulted and found a new one who was a better fit. He specializes in high conflict, high asset divorces and has years of experience dealing with men who have Dick's need for control. There is a lot of behind-the-scenes information gathering that needs to happen before he is served. The lawyer said he needs 3 to 4 weeks, and when it's real life, the process is much longer. Anna was warned that if they go into litigation, the divorce could drag on for 1 to 2 years, if she's lucky, so she needs to prepare herself. The lawyer emphasized that she should not tell their marriage is over until the papers are filed with the court and a process server has been lined up. She is going to tell him she filed for divorce and have him served within minutes. I don't remember the exact legal term, but there is an automatic order that goes into place with the filing, which prevents either party from making unilateral decisions regarding their marital assets. Basically, it stops from pulling any shady moves. And if he tries anyway, that's exactly what her lawyer is there for. Her demeanor is completely different from when I last saw her. She is confident and has this "I don't give a damn" attitude. Whatever love she used to have is well and truly dead. I can see it. When she talked about him, it was with the same contempt he has always had for her. She was talking about him the same way I do. After they get their temporary orders, and she has zero hope of them reaching a temporary agreement, she said the only communication she will have with him is through lawyers and a parenting app. After strategizing with her lawyer and coming up with a plan, she feels like she has her life back and some direction. I felt like I was talking to a stranger, but I absolutely love this new confidence and determination she has. He was gone all week, to who knows where. Anna did not contact him a single time unless the kids wanted to speak with him. It was complete radio silence on her end. In the past, she always kept in close touch and would pick him up from the airport. Because of her distance, she knew he was in trouble. There was no shock on his end when his office was trashed and Anna told him he would be sleeping there going forward. He had the audacity to ask how long she was going to be angry. He is treating this like a temper tantrum she is throwing. She used his ridiculous question as a chance to inform him how things would be moving forward. Keeping her lawyer's advice in mind, she told him it was going to take her a long time to get past what he did, and that he needed to give her a lot of space. I can picture him now. thinking he is off the hook and that he just needs to behave himself until things go back to normal. Anna said she wanted to be sick saying that, but she needed to lull him into a false sense of security. She also brought up his lack of involvement with the kids and told him that going forward, he would be the primary caregiver every other weekend and that he needed to pay attention to them in the evenings without being prompted. I don't think he can see what is right in front of him because of his arrogance. If my husband kicked me out of the bedroom and told me I was taking care of our kids by myself every other weekend, I would know a divorce was coming. For the first time ever, he's been taking the kids to school every single day this week without being asked. So he is clearly using his kids to try to get back in Anna's good graces. He has absolutely no idea what is coming his way. I also want to address the multi-level marketing company Anna is involved with. I really regret mentioning it because it detracted from the real issues in her marriage and took on a life of its own. First, I want to say that Anna spends her own personal money on it. He would have lost his mind if she used what he considered his money. In my personal opinion, her involvement is based on the friendships she has made through it. I also think that depression left her vulnerable to getting entangled with them. I'm not going to tell her she made a mistake for joining one. I tried to warn her, but she told me she knew what she was doing. I'm hoping she no longer feels the need for those friendships once she is free of them, especially if they turn out to be as conditional as I suspect. For now, Anna is laying low, is behaving, and I don't think there will be another update until he gets served.
Sometimes the moment a person stops being treated as a partner is the exact moment they start building a life without one. Anna's story is still unfolding, so subscribe to catch any future updates as this situation develops. Drop your thoughts on standing up for yourself in the comments below and check out our other videos for more stories about people who chose their own worth when no one else would.